You missed us?
Jesus.
Welcome back to SHYTalk.
Episode number 2, if you're keeping count. We're back with another podcast. Hopefully not so long, because I don't think my voice cords can take it.
Oh, poor boys. What about the girls?
Wow. Wow.
I'm Jordy, he's Hamlet, and he's
Or
Sergio.
whatever.
And guys, what did you do this past week? We've been gone for a little while.
I had an exciting week.
He got a job.
Yes, I'm not homeless.
He's
anymore.
not homeless anymore.
Yeah.
Don't do that so much.
Yeah, don't do that. You're messing up.
That's why my hair is done compared to last time. Yeah, I got a new job. It's been great. It's yeah. See, I can't. My first week. I don't know what to expect yet, but it's been good.
For those that didn't watch our update episode, so how do you leave your job, your previous job?
I left my previous job with a bang. So you know, this guy I'm not gonna mention. He tried to get me fired behind my back. So I did what was the right thing to do. So I told everybody. So everybody now knows that this guy's a dick.
So be aware, you could get fired
Oh,
too.
God. So everybody now knows to be careful around this man. So yeah, that was I left and then I didn't come. You know, I put my 2 weeks, but I left for 1 week and I didn't come back. I was tired.
It's like, fuck this place.
Yeah. I'm like, screw this. I'm out of here.
I mean, it got me thinking, what could be the best way to leave a job? Like, I remember I left one of my jobs, well, my previous one before this one, even though this one's also terrible, and I might leave it too. I'm thinking about creative ways to leave it. But I remember I left my previous job, I actually left it on my birthday, on the same day of my birthday, because my coworkers were planning this birthday party for me, but they were planning it on the weekend of my birthday, because my birthday was on a Thursday. So they were like, oh, we're gonna do it on Saturday, we're gonna do it at this guy's house, blah blah blah. Long
That's the
story.
party we went to?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome.
So they were planning this party for like a whole month or two or something like that. I asked the guy that was the general manager at the place. There was some gnat flying. So I asked the guy that was the general manager at the place, like a month in advance. I told him, listen, these people are planning a party for me. I'm gonna need that day off because I need to get ready. You know, it takes a minute to look this handsome. But anyway,
Only 1 minute.
yeah, just a minute. It's
I
just
usually wake up.
basically you brushing my teeth, taking a shower, you know. But so yeah, like I tell the guy and he tells me, yeah, just let me know a little bit closer to the day, whatever, so I don't forget. So 2 weeks pass and I tell him, yo, don't forget, I'm planning this party. I need that Saturday open because I need to be at that party. It's like, yeah, sure, whatever. Let me know next week when I make the schedule. So the next week I tell him again. And the next day after I tell him, he gives me the schedule. And when I look at it, it says that I'm booked to work that Saturday, the whole day, like closing from 3 to closing on that Saturday, and we used to close like at 11.
This fucked you over.
And I'm like, yo, what the flip? Like, dude, I told you to give me this day off, and you're telling me to close? Oh, because I actually need you. I can't really give you the day off and whatever. So he's like, what about this? Like, how about you come in the morning and you leave like at 5? And I'm like, no. I need the day off because I need to get a haircut. I need to do all these things. I need to prepare stuff. It's my birthday. I can't be at work. Like, I'm going to be at my birthday mad tired.
That's crazy.
Like, and he's like, oh, I don't have anybody to replace you. I don't have this. I don't have that. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So on that Thursday, which was, I was actually off on that Friday. So on the Thursday, which was the last day before the Saturday that I had the party, I told him again, and he was he was just a dick about it. He was just like, nah, I'm sorry. Like, I need to run a business. I can't be giving you
Oh,
guys.
excuse me. You gotta run a
Yup.
business.
He's
Oh,
got to run a business. So he's like, I can't give you guys this and that because whatever. And I'm like, I told you a month in advance. And I reminded you 2 weeks in advance. And then I reminded you last Saturday, I told you. And you said yes every single time. This is something important for me, and this is the way you're treating me. And he's like, no, I'm sorry, I can't do anything, whatever. And he left, and that day I was scheduled to close. So I just told the assistant manager that was there, I'm like, listen, bro, I'm gonna do this because I actually like you. But this is my last day. I'm gonna close today, and I'm gonna leave, and I'm not coming back on Saturday. And I know that you're gonna be the one closing on Saturday, so I'm letting you know in advance, so that you get someone else, because I actually like you, but I'm not coming back. And he's like, wait, he took it as a joke, and he started laughing. He's like, yo, shut up. It's like, I'm like, no, I'm serious. I'm gonna clean today.
After you fuck me over, you're supposed to stay here.
I'm gonna do my job today because I'm a human being with standards.
But on my birthday,
But on my
I am
birthday,
gone.
I am finito. I'm not coming back. You're closing. And that's the polite way to do it.
And then when
Yo, that was so polite to be
And
honest.
then he calls the
That
next
was so
morning.
nice.
Hey guys, it's a reminder. I'm not coming back.
then when he realized I was actually serious, he was like, wait, you serious? And I'm like, yeah, I'm serious. I'm leaving. And he's like, oh, okay. Wait, just let me let my boss know, the GM. And he's about to let him know, and I'm like, you don't need to let him know now. Like, just, bro, just whatever. Like, I don't want to be put in the spot right now. Just, he's like, nah, okay. But you don't have to close. Like, if you wanna go now, you could just go. And I'm like, no, I need my hours. And he's like, nah, don't worry, I got you. I'll clock you out like you closed. And
Did he though?
yeah, he did.
Oh, that guy deserves an award.
I would have been mad, yo. I would have been fuck you.
You can just leave now. Don't come back.
And he was nice. He was like, just like, here's my information, whatever. If you need a reference, whatever. He was cool about it. But I felt sorry for him because he had to close basically by himself on that Saturday. Except he didn't, because when I was at the party, one of the guys that worked with me, one of my coworkers, went in there and he got there late. And I'm like, yo, what happened? Why did you guys get here so late? And he's like, oh, apparently someone called out and and they made me close, so I had to close. And I'm like, someone called out? No, bro, no one called out. I just quit.
So it was you.
And he was like, oh shit, really?
Oh shit. Oh god.
And everybody just started celebrating the fact that I just quit this terrible job. But
He was like, good for you, man.
Yeah,
Good for you.
Finally did it.
I want to be like you someday.
He finally did it. We didn't have the cojones to do it
Oh
ourselves.
shit.
But anyways, you guys have any other ideas?
That was pretty good. You were very
Yeah,
you were polite and an ass at the same time. Like you were, you know what? I'm out. Fuck you. But I'm letting you know ahead of time.
Yeah. I'll leave a message tomorrow as well.
I mean, it's just funny the things that we gotta do to just gain some respect and like actually move on in life. It's just
It's
interesting.
insane. Isn't it funny how you be in a place for so long, right? But some people like this. They like to complain every day. They keep getting screwed every day. They just like to complain and don't do anything about it. But once you leave the place, it just turns out so much better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why? You're like, huh?
I should have done this sooner.
Exactly. Flowers have colors. Depression is not. It's bad.
Oh, great. Oh my god.
So I'm
Shit.
in the process of trying to figure out a way to leave this one creatively. So
Just
like-
wait until your birthday.
Damn. That's another year.
Yeah, it's not gonna be.
Well,
for a
do it
while.
at Christmas.
Like, Merry Christmas, guys.
That
Come
sounds
on.
like a
Is that
better
not coming
idea,
back?
like a way to celebrate Thanksgiving.
Dress like Santa Claus and just give me your resignation letter.
Resignation. Oh,
Be like, here's your
that'd be
gift,
great.
wrapped up. Resignation
Yo, but
letter.
knowing Jordy will probably leave a gift for everybody before he leaves. He's like, here, guys.
Here, my resignation letter. That's for you. Merry Christmas. That would be awesome.
You gave me some great ideas, guys. I was thinking of Thanksgiving. I was like,
Yo,
thank
thanks
you
for
guys
giving
for
me
everything. I'm out. See,
That
see you
Christmas
never.
idea
Yeah, that
fucking
kid was
good,
great.
man.
Yeah, that was a good, but
That
you
sounds
kinda,
insane.
I'm gonna have to fucking get a Santa Claus.
Just get the beer in the hat. That's it. You know, fat enough.
Let's call it a day. Like, hey guys, here you go.
I was just wondering. I just gotta ask you something before we get into sports because we don't have a lot of sports news, but we do gotta get them out of the way before we made a 2-hour long podcast again. Hamlet, you are
Stop farting so much.
I'm sorry. This chair is uncomfortable for my bad posture. My neck is like a V, like this. Like I don't even have to.
I'm almost there.
Yeah.
Mine is not a B, but like a fucked up L or something. But anyways, Hamlet, you're a wrestling fan, right? You like the WWE and all that stuff, right? I like
Wrestling,
it too.
yeah. Entertainment fan. I'm an entertainment fan.
It's more of a nostalgia thing. Like I really loved it when I was a kid, and now I watch it just because it reminds me of my childhood
Yeah.
and how great it was.
Somehow you was end up going back to it.
You know, it was
Not
fun.
me.
Good for you.
Not me.
Good for you.
We used to wrestle at the park.
Good for you.
Jump from the top rope. and
I
everything.
mean, this one you actually gonna relate to because there's no way you can relate to this. I was just scrolling to Instagram and I just saw a random post. It was Stone Cold Steve Austin, and I believe he was giving somebody like a beer bath. Like he came in a truck and had a fucking big ass hose and just washed somebody up with fucking, basically showering everybody in beer. What I was just wondering, because you know how every time he would come in, beat somebody up, and just celebrate and whatever,
Give me
get
the
in the
hell,
corner,
yeah.
he would start calling for people to throw in beers.
Yeah.
I was just wondering, who the hell was throwing the beers?
Someone probably just part of his team just was there ready for it.
Was it part of the production team?
Can you imagine?
Like,
Can you imagine just everybody just happened to buy a can?
yeah,
Just
And
in
when he
case.
asked him
That's-
first,
that's what I was. That's
And
what
then
I was
everyone just starts
wondering.
throwing it.
That's what I was wondering, because it's like, if you go to any event, like if you go to a baseball game at Yankee Stadium or like the wrestling show or basketball game, whatever, like beers are freaking expensive. Like you have to
Yeah.
spend like anywhere from
Well,
$7 to like,
when a
$15.
bottle of water is $5,
yeah, like
just
I'm gonna say
stop
thirsty,
it, bro.
So,
Drink
like,
water
for
from the
you-
toilet.
for you to like be at a show and just randomly just hell yeah and just throw a can of beer at this wrestler that has more money than you. Like I was just wondering, like who does that? It has to be someone in the team.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, I'm like, but speaking of companies, let's move on to sports, guys, and most specifically, let's talk about basketball because
The only sport I know.
yeah, it's the only sport Sergio knows.
That's
and
not even
the-
sugarcoat. It's because of Sergio.
and the only one that Google will give me news about. Like it's only that in MMA, and I can't really
Let's
talk
just
about
face it.
MMA.
NBA is a drama of all teams, of all
But
sports.
yeah, Sergio has a topic about companies and sports teams punishing people for freedom of speech. Talk to us about that, because I don't really know.
What happened?
Are you not prepared for the podcast? Come on, Sergio.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the question.
It was something about companies and sports teams punishing their athletes for freedom of speech or something?
Yes. You don't remember?
Come on, this is your topic.
God damn it.
Let me see my notes. Let me check my notes real quick.
You don't even have to. Just athlete talking about politics and then they get punished for some reason.
Oh, that question, the first one.
Damn it.
Oh, yes.
It's literally what he just said. I mean, the question you read is literally what you already said. I don't understand what happened in your brain.
Yeah, there's a lot of things to say about that question.
Is there?
Now, listen, the only reason I was thinking about that is because we see a lot of, like, for example, the NFL punishing people for doing what they believe in. Oh, do it on your own time. That is their own time. It's their platform. So they can do, like, Color Kaepernick needing. He still has no team to play for.
Although
that's
he's
great. That's
kind of
insane.
trash, yeah.
Yeah,
It's mainly because he's trash. Because if it
Probably.
was good, people would sign him.
probably. But, you know.
I'm sorry, but he's not that good. But there are a bunch of other players that are way worse than him in the NFL. That's
They
just
are,
True,
yeah.
but still, when you're not.
They're
good at
basically
your-
blackballing him like Carmelo Anthony.
Basically.
Basically, yeah.
More of
You
Carmelo
know,
later.
it's a thing in our constitution that we supposed to have.
I had to think about that.
Jesus.
The Bill of Rights.
Come on, I'm not that smart.
The Declaration of Independence. I mean, clearly.
Get out.
That we have, that we have freedom of speech. Like the whole thing that happened with this guy from Hearthstone. Like they realized that it was a problem. They cut down his year suspension to 6 months, and they're gonna give him his money again. But he said free Hong Kong. That's it. And everything penalized. But then an American company did the same thing. American citizens didn't get penalized at all until like 2 weeks later.
Wait, who?
Some kids from college here in the U.S. did the same thing. They put boycott Blizzard, which is worse.
College
In
basketball
a
players?
Hearthstone, no, in the Hearthstone too, in the Hearthstone thing. But in basketball, with the whole LeBron thing, saying, the guy had no knowledge of what he was doing, and how they're getting so penalized for just saying, what they believe in for a tweet. And then I brought this up because of what happened with Todd Rivers. He literally said, Kawhi feels great. That had nothing to do with the physical body. I'm feeling great, but I'm fat as fuck. That has nothing to do. That's freedom of speech. He got fined $5,000, $50,000. Fine for saying, oh yeah, he feels great. What we're doing it hasn't finished. He's talking about the guy emotionally. I saw the interview, the dialogue. He never mentioned the guy's kneecaps. He never mentioned it. He just said he feels great.
The NBA is very trigger happy with the fines. They're fine you for everything, bro.
Fine.
You get fined.
Yo,
The Oprah of the sports.
that is getting to the point that is ridiculous. You can't even. I just saw the other day, the Lakers are not even allowed to talk to Anthony Davis about a contract extension until he's a free agent. They can't do it. They get fined. Exactly. It makes no sense. They gotta wait until he's officially a free agent to start negotiating a contract.
What if he wanted a contract extension?
It's insane, bro. That's what I'm saying. It makes no sense.
I mean, this just baloney because they can't really control that. I mean, if I want to talk to Anthony Davis about a contract extension, I just go to the locker room, like, hey, AB, you want to
exactly.
keep playing with us?
You want to stay
Here's
around?
$100 million. Stay here for a couple more years.
I was just joking.
It's the same thing like 2 years ago when before the Lakers signed LeBron, that they signed KCP because they have the same agent.
Yeah.
So like, of course you can't talk to LeBron James officially, but they talk to LeBron James through the agent. Through the agent. Come on now.
Basketball players nowadays got like 17 phones. It's a phone per player they got.
Are you gonna freaking like listen to every phone call that they have?
That's
They're
crazy.
going to the point that they're saying that they're allowed to go through the phones of the players.
Get
To
the
the
fuck out of
personal
here.
phones of the players.
I'm an employee of your company, but you have no right to be
Do all that,
involved
right?
in my personal life.
That is insane. So it's to the
Yeah,
point that freedom of
get the hell outta
speech
here.
and freedom of being human
That's
is
stupid.
just
That's
getting
stupid.
annulled.
Meanwhile,
With the China thing, I'm on the fence because that's kind of political, and the NBA has things with China and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But with stuff like that, you're speaking your mind and phone calls. Like, come on, that's
But
stupid.
if you think about it, it's to the point that the business and the income is more important than human rights.
I mean,
It's insane.
it's weird. The NBA is it's like such a baby about things like that. I don't understand. Like, I get it. It's probably the most popular sports league in the world, or even in America. But like, bro, come on. Like, you don't see this in baseball. You don't even see this in football. Like,
I don't understand why it's such a big deal. Even like with Magic Johnson, he literally said, Giannis is a great player. Fine, 100,000.
crazy.
What?
Crazy.
You can't even talk.
Everyone knows that we're
And the
bigger.
problem is, the media, which work with the NBA, they're the one asking these questions. And if you don't answer, what happens? You get fined.
You're supposed to answer the question for the media.
I think that the best way to do this is just turn heel, just go bad. Like just whenever they ask you about a player that's not in your team, just say
that's
like that guy from the Seahawks. I forgot his name. He's like,
oh,
I'm just here to
so I don't get fined. My shit.
Listen, yeah, that shit was funny. Listen,
He got
that's
fined
why
too.
not once. Everyone keeps talking about Kyrie and KD and them being like enemies of the media. Not once I blame them for that. Not once.
Yeah, because they're the ones that do the narrative. They're the ones that
They turn every
make
other
and
thing.
break whatever happens in the NBA. They're the ones that promote, oh, James Harden is not playing no defense. And then they just fixate on that, and then you're like, well, I think James Harden is not playing defense. And then, you know, that's it really affects what the players do on and off the court. It's just insane that they're just ignoring the freedom that we have to talk and tweet.
But anyway, speaking of fine, Stephen Curry, he's a fine player, right?
He's a pretty.
I like to say what you did right there.
He's a really fine player. Look at the gap in his teeth.
He's currently injured. He broke his hand.
Yeah, that's sad.
Surgeon says he's unlikely to play this season.
They're saying
that's what I heard.
Yeah, they're saying they might rest him this season. Unlikely he's gonna come back.
And how do you think the NBA is going to take that? We just talk about how people getting fined for saying that someone's feeling great.
I mean, you know, that is the NBA is probably gonna take it back, but I don't think they're gonna find him because it actually happened. He broke his hand.
Yeah, but
so they could prolong the injury as long as they want. Look what happened with Rose. Derrick Rose, when he tore his second time, whatever he torn in one of his knees, the doctor said that he was ready to come back, but mentally he wasn't. So he sat down for another season. That was a season, a potential season that he could have come back and played, but he wasn't feeling ready himself. You know, when stuff like that happens, that a player had to go through therapy and all that, they could just prolong it.
Same thing happened with Kawhi and the Spurs. I mean, when he first got injured, he wanted to come back, but he was having trouble with the Spurs management and whatever. And he just was like, "Oh no, I'm hurt. I'm not coming back." And then he didn't resign with them.
He had his own doctor, so your own doctor is telling you, "Nah, he ain't coming." Even if your knees are made of freaking steel, you can't do nothing about it. All the doctor documents are gonna be there, unless you have your own doctors. But then that's gonna be an invasion of privacy.
So the timeline one initially was what 2-3 months?
3 months, yeah.
3 months of like in January. I don't know what's gonna happen with that team from here to January, but I'm okay with him sitting it out.
Yeah,
I
like
mean,
listen,
it's a loss.
It's like the NBA. The analysis are saying that the Warriors haven't had a lottery pick in 6 years, 5 to 6 years. They've been going to the playoffs every year for 5 years straight.
Yeah.
So you know this time, even though the owner doesn't believe in tanking, it's pretty good. They could get a top 13 pick if they play with you guys, which is gonna flush out the young core.
And he didn't believe in tanking because he didn't have to work 5 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Now he's gonna believe it. Trust me.
But you know, it's better. It's better for Klay Thompson. It's better for Curry.
Exactly.
I don't know. Draymond, he's hurt, but he's not really. You know, he doesn't have anything broken. I think it's
just Draymond.
Yeah, he's just Draymond. So I think it's pretty good for those two to come back rest. Well, pretty well. They're only 30 and 31. So I mean, Klay is 29, I think. So by the time they come back, they're gonna be like people don't realize that this is not exactly, but this is still the team. I mean, they got the core that 173.
It's different, but the major keys are there still.
Yeah.
And they got D'Angelo Russell,
which is great. He just scored 52 points last night.
Which if D'Angelo is more than just an asset to get something in, they can still get. The way D'Angelo is playing, they can get good players.
Yeah, they can trade him.
They trade.
He's gonna get
which
traded.
brings me to another thing, like real quick. Warriors are horrible right now, but it's just an injury season. They're playing horrible because of injury. Once Clay, Stephen Curry, and Draymond Green are together again, come on, they're gonna be in the playoffs.
I mean, you gotta think about it. They've been playing high-level basketball for the past 5 years. They needed a rest.
They're champions.
It was eventually gonna happen.
They're gonna heal up. D'Angelo Russell is probably not gonna get traded by the deadline. They might keep him the whole season, just so he can show out, have an All NBA type season,
All-Star season,
and then just flip him to another team for a bunch of supporting pieces and then bring back the original big three and go
Yeah, and by next season, or by half of the season, the young core that they have are probably gonna be really good. Look at Pascal. What's his name?
Pascal Siakam?
Yeah.
No, from the Warriors.
Oh.
Pascal or something like that. But he was playing really good. I forgot his name.
I'm not watching any
he was
Warriors
balling
games, but I'll
this
take
kid
your
is a
word for
rookie.
it.
This kid is a rookie, and I think he scored 29 points in the game. He was going crazy against what was it, Phoenix? Or the Timberwolves? I think it was the Timberwolves. He played really good, so they're showing signs. Even Tracy McGrady said that he was looking at this kid. He's like, yo, he's showing me flashes. I don't know who or what, but
of someone, right?
They're showing him flashes, you know. Which is,
But
it's interesting. It's interesting.
speaking of flashes and speaking of Phoenix, the Phoenix Suns.
Oh, Phoenix Suns!
I mean, at
Scorching,
the time of this
scorching.
podcast, it's
They're
only
li-
been like 9 games or something, and they're like 6-3, so it's nothing crazy.
Yeah.
But for them, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, they haven't
Bro,
made the playoffs.
last season, but they were 5-22. But by the first half, they were horrible. I don't think they won.
They haven't made the playoffs since Steve Nash was healthy, a healthy 37 or something like that.
So in 8 games, they're already
I don't know.
have more wins on the
And-
field than
And
they
what's
have.
funny is they don't have Aiton.
Yeah.
The past 3 games they don't have it, and they've been
Yeah.
winning. They beat, even though the Philadelphia didn't have Embiid, they beat Philadelphia. That was undefeated.
They're living up to
Do
their
you
name right
think
now.
they're gonna keep it up? Do you guys think?
I think so, and this is what I say. I think the only reason they're playing so good, besides Booker being so efficient, is Ricky Rubio.
I was gonna say the same
I
thing.
really like
I was gonna say the same
Ricky
thing.
Rubio.
I'm glad you took Ricky Rubio out of my notes, because that way I don't have to talk so much about it. So go ahead, sir. You tell us about Ricky Rubio.
I was gonna say the
Ricky
same thing.
Rubio, like ever since he got drafted to the Timberwolves, he's been my favorite point guard. I know all other pointers are more complete, they're freaking monsters, but this is the only point guard right now who has a pass first mentality. He used to not have a shot, used to be shy, taking over the office, but now he's not. Like he did great in Utah, he was playing really good in Utah, and now with a scorer, it's play bad for Ricky Rubio.
Not to interrupt you, but I feel like that year, was it a year or 2? I don't know. But that time that he spent in Utah really developed his offensive game.
Yeah.
Because he changed from being a, like you said, a pass first point guard in Utah to being more of a scorer. Like he was averaging like something like 8 or 9 assists a game before he got to Utah, and then the years that the time that he spent in Utah, he averaged like 5, and blew up his scoring a lot more, which makes me believe that he was trying to develop his offensive game further. He's never gonna lose his passing. His passing is never gonna go away, because when you're a great passer, you're always gonna be a great passer. So now that he is in the Phoenix Suns and he has his whole offensive game figured out, and his defense is underrated. Nobody ever talks about Ricky Rubio's defense because he's a European guy, he's a white guy, and not very athletic, so he doesn't scream defense. But he's been up there in steals ever since he came into the league.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing of being a good passer. You easily can read passing lanes.
He's very good at taking charges, and he's a good defender overall. So with his passing, his defense, and now he's developed offensive game, you pair up with someone like Devin Booker, who's just a bucket, a walking bucket, like they call it.
But this is what they're saying. Last season, his 3-point percentage dropped significantly to 23%. But he's off to a great start. He's been efficient everywhere, all around the court.
He hasn't been a great 3-point shooter. He's never been a great 3-point shooter. But when he was in Utah, he was taking them with confidence.
Yeah.
And that's a big factor. Like, for example, I gotta talk about the fucking Knicks, because they're my team and that's the team that I watch. But someone that I like to bring up is Frank Ntilikina, because I believe he has the talent to be a great player, somewhat similar to Ricky Rubio in a way, because he's a decent passer and he's a great defender, even at his age. He's only like 21, 22. But I believe where he's struggling is in his confidence. You see him that when he plays, he hesitates a lot to take jump shots, to go to the basket or whatever. And recently against the Mavericks, at the time of this podcast is recently, but he had one of his best games. It was only 14 points and like 9 rebounds and like 8 assists or something like that. But he also had 4 blocks and 4 steals. It was just because of his confidence. Like you could see it that he actually wanted to attack. He wanted to play. And that was the same thing with Ricky Rubio. Like at first he would hesitate to shoot jumpers because he wasn't making them. And he would go to the rim and get fouled and was bad at free throws. So he was hesitating to even do that.
We gotta remember, Ricky Rubio at 14, 16 years old, he was putting the USA team on the ringer when he was playing for.
Yeah. I was just about to say that it's not only about what he does in the court, but he's like a real vet.
Yeah,
they got lots to learn from that guy.
He's been playing for professionals and he was 14 years old. It's like Luka,
It's the Luka Doncic effect. Like those European players like Luka, Porzingis, those guys, they've been playing basketball forever at a really high level. Like people say the EuroLeague is not at the same level of the NBA, and it's not. It's true, but when you bring up a guy that's like 16 and you make him play with someone like, let's say, I don't know, Nikola Mirotic, who plays for the Bulls, he's playing in Spain right now. So if you bring up a kid that's 16 and you put him playing with that guy who's been in the NBA, that kid is just gonna learn a lot of stuff. So by the time he's 18 and ready to be drafted, he's gonna come with all the experience of an NBA player and all that stuff. So that's why I believe Ricky Rubio is a big factor in the 76. I'm getting ahead of myself. In the Phoenix Suns. But the 76ers, a team that they beat, but a team that's also very hot right now. Sergio, you think they're going to win the East?
Damn, I'm loving this fucking segue, dude. Segue alive!
Segue.
Yes!
Nah.
Yes, the 76ers are my team just because of baby LeBron. I mean, he's his own person now.
I mean, you've been saying that since like...
I've been saying this
since like 3 years
Ben
ago.
Simmons was hunting spiders in Australia. This guy is going to be great.
Spiders in Australia. Those spiders were actual citizens from Australia. Like you have to give them benefits.
Ben Simmons is so great. He's so great. His passing is up there. His scoring is up there. He plays point guard. The same thing that LeBron is doing right now in the Lakers. This kid has been doing it for the past, 3 seasons?
Officially, too.
2 seasons, officially. So he's great. He only needs that shot. Even Giannis is now hitting deep.
Yeah.
It's all about the confidence.
It's all about the confidence. You know, you shouldn't be afraid. I mean, and some people say that you shouldn't be looking at stats. So stop looking at your 3-point stats. Man. Like that's even when you're also 17. That's only 17 shots.
Like another guy similar to Ben Simmons in the sense that he's not really a shooter, but his shooting really affected the way that they played. Oh my God, the way that they played. There's an earthquake above us. Is that you? Anyways, that really affected the way that they played in the finals was Pascal Siakam. Like I was screaming at the top of my lungs a lot of times when I was seeing him shoot the corner 3 and just break it, and he would take it again and break. And I'm like, bro, when are you gonna realize that's not your shot? Just take it to the basket. But then it clicked, cause sometimes he would start getting hot, and he would start knocking them down, and I'm like, I see what's happening. He's actually trying to get hot, and he's trying to stay confident and have confidence in his shots. Because when he starts making those shots, that's when he starts opening up for his drives, and he starts doing his best thing. So he's like, when his shots are not falling, his confidence is a little low, so he starts hesitating. And the commentators were saying the same thing. So I feel like it's a lot of the similar things with Ben Simmons. When he does get complete confidence in that shot, it's over.
Yeah, it's not that he needs to shoot threes for himself, because he's already a great player just by doing what he does now. But for his team, it would be way better if he shot 3. He just opens things up for...
It just needs to be respectable. Like, instead of just never shooting it, just make it 30% of the time.
It's like they're saying, all they really need is a culture. Personally, I think their team is way better now besides not having Butler, because they got Horford, which was the one. He was the one that was stopping Embiid when Horford was in Boston, and now they got him in the same team, and he's great come playoff time. Embiid, he's playing. He's trying to get MVP this season. That's according to him, but he's really good. He just gotta stay healthy, and that's another thing that luckily we got to this low management season, and players could output more numbers out of themselves if they stay healthy, which is great. So I think that's why the 76ers are gonna they're gonna do good all around. All they need is that bench scoring, which is why a lot of people are saying, hey, you still got Melo sitting. Like, Melo would be a perfect player to have in your bench.
I was
Melo would
gonna
be a
ask you
good
about
player
that.
for a lot of teams.
Right? Melo is an old Tobias Harris. Think about it.
Basically,
Spot up,
I mean,
do a little ISO in for the bench. You know?
I mean,
Anyways,
Tobias
he's-
Harris is more
he would
efficient.
be-
Let's just say
Besides,
that.
besides
Yeah,
the
but-
horrible defense, I mean, Melo is a
And
40,
efficiency.
47% scorer of field goal. You know,
He can be.
And
he can be.
just
That's
come on
how,
now.
you know. But
Anyone could use Melo right now. Come on.
Hamlet, do you think the 76ers are going to win the East?
I believe their chances are higher than last year, but I still believe in Giannis. I think they're gonna take the East again.
I still believe in Toronto.
oh my God, Jordy, please. This guy
I've been
thinks.
going at
This
it.
guy thinks Pascal Siakam is the
It's
Messiah.
God. It's
I've
God.
been
The
going-
next coming of Christ. He
Listen.
can walk on
God.
water, swim on land.
Listen. If you guys go to our previous videos, there's a video about a playoff bracket that we made like how many years ago? Man, we've been going on for a while. But I said that the Toronto Raptors were gonna win the championship. It didn't happen that year. It happened the year after. Listen, I'm onto something.
Maybe
You're
next
onto
year.
nothing.
Maybe next year.
Why? Oh,
something.
look, Michael Jordan comes back from retirement. He joins Toronto.
I don't think Toronto's gonna win the championship this year, but they're definitely gonna be good, and I think they might win the East this year.
Whoa.
Philadelphia and Milwaukee are gonna be there. It's,
You know-
it's
you know-
gonna be a tough race.
Listen,
Jordy,
listen,
okay.
Listen.
Real quick, so we don't stand on the topics for so long.
Yeah, because we got a lot of stuff.
Last year, you know how everything had to go right for that man, that Jesus,
Literally.
Kawhi to take Toronto to win a championship.
Literally everything
Kawhi,
went
oh my God,
right.
Kawhi fucking just
literally.
he fucking carried that team on his shoulders.
A shot that should have never gotten anyone in. That's how it started. Players that were completely healthy got injured from the Warriors. The Warriors had nobody. Even Curry hurt himself and kept playing.
And I am not saying that Toronto's not a good
That's
team.
why Kawhi said, unfortunately they're not healthy, but this is the time to strike. Basically, this is the time to strike.
I am not saying Toronto's not a good team. I think they're a great team. I just don't think that when it comes to the playoffs, they can actually beat, because every team is a superstar that's going to carry them when they need it the most. And as good as Pascal Siakam is, and he might be in the future, I don't think he's a superstar yet. Not that big name that can carry a team
people are
like
giving
that.
a lot of credit to Pascal, but what about Van
The whole,
Yeah,
the whole,
he's
Van Vliet is almost playing
the whole
even
team is
better
doing
than
great.
Lowry.
The whole team is doing great. It's just-
But
I
they
don't-
need that
Yeah,
superstar.
true.
Like they don't have, like if you think about it, they don't have a duo. You gonna call it Lowry and Pascal, the dynamic duo for Toronto?
It's like sometimes you see like teams that have a superstar and teams that just have a bunch of good role players, and they take them to like the fourth quarter, a close game, and at the end, the team with a superstar wins. And it's not because they play better than the other team. It's
Yeah.
just because they have a superstar that at the end of the day, at crunch time, they're gonna carry them.
Me personally, I do not consider Lowry a superstar. He's a great player at best. He's no star in my eyes. 4-time All-Star. He's been in the league for 26 years.
Yeah, let's just move on.
Yeah.
You brought up Kyle Lowry as a superstar in the sentence.
That was a turnover already.
And I
Let's
feel
just
like we
move
should
on.
talk about video games now because it just turned me off. So you guys know about Fortnite, right?
Oh, man.
Who doesn't
Oh,
know
yeah.
about Fortnite?
I hate Fortnite.
So I'm gonna go through this real quick
I'm about to get a heart attack.
because I don't want to talk about Fortnite. But there's this Fortnite player called Face Jarvis has been banned for life
Oh, I
for
didn't know
using an aimbot.
What's that?
An aimbot is something, for example, it can be a controller or something in your computer, which basically makes you aim automatically and give people headshots and kill
Oh
them.
my god.
Like,
And they
you have
took this
perfect
long
aim.
to find out?
How did
Nah.
they even find out about that?
So here's how they found out. This guy is also a YouTuber, and he made a bunch of YouTubing videos of him playing solos, like casual, like in his own time, not professional. But he made these videos playing solos on Fortnite, and he was using the aimbot, and he was basically trolling and stuff. And the guys at over Epic Games were like, "Nah, son, get banned for life."
So you made the YouTube video saying that he was using name.
Yeah. He said in a follow-up video which he made apologizing
Right,
and crying, he said that he thought the videos were gonna be funny, that he made it for his fans on YouTube, and that he didn't know he was gonna get banned for life.
How is that funny? You're ruining other. I was gonna say other people. You ruined all these children's gameplay. Their kids are crying to their moms right now, bro. Isn't that cool?
Not only that, but this is a guy that has sponsors.
He has sponsors for you.
A guy that lives in I believe, I forgot how much, it's like a $16 million mansion or something like that.
He was crying.
He was crying.
He thought it was gonna be funny. Oh
I
my
mean,
God.
the mansion is not his. It's like the whole team, like the Face.
So he was even part of a team. He was. Oh
Yeah,
my
he's
God.
part of the Face clan, which is a clan of like professional esports players and whatever.
That same clan that's stealing everybody's money.
I don't know about that, but anyways, I just thought I should mention that. Like, come on, guys, it's a video game. Why you gotta cheat?
Not that serious.
It's not that serious, and if it is serious, because it was serious because he was making a living out of it, I wish I could just go and play Call of Duty and people would pay me for it.
Listen,
I wish. And you think if people do that,
I'm gonna admit, you know, I don't do a lot of video game videos or whatever. But after I beat a game, and I want to play it again, I usually use cheats to enjoy myself.
but
I already beat the game. I have nothing to gain.
That's
your
different
own
though.
time.
You know, yeah, even Fallout 4, for example. I beat the shit out of the game, and then afterwards I'm like, oh, you know what? I just want to build bases. So I do cheap unlimited supplies or whatever. But this, you're playing against other people.
And
You're ruining other people's entertainment.
To be honest, as stupid as a thing that cheating in video games is, I'm even more mad at the fact that he actually got caught because he's so stupid. Like, why you gotta fucking...
I mean, it's a kid.
Hey guys, I'm about to rub this back. It's gonna be hilarious.
Like, if you know you're cheating, just keep it on the low. Like, keep the controller, whatever, or the bar, whatever it is.
I mean, he swears that he didn't do it like in actual tournaments, that he was just doing it like in his own time just to make those videos. Like,
yeah, but
but
those videos you're getting monetized for those videos, though.
yeah, not only that, but it's hard to believe. Like, once you catch somebody cheating, doing something, what
At the
makes
top of your game.
Once a
yeah, like,
cheater,
what makes you
once a cheater.
believe that he wasn't using it on
he was
tournaments?
definitely using it.
And not only that, but the reason why he got banned wasn't because he was a pro player. It was just because of the terms of service of the game. Like, if you play a video game that's multiplayer, they don't like that. Like, I believe I had some people on my friend list back when I was playing like Call of Duty. I think it was Modern Warfare 3. There was this whole glitch where you could get to like the last prestige, and you could unlock every weapon with all the attachments and all the cameras, everything basically, so that you just have to play the game and just have fun and not worry about unlocking anything. A lot of people did that, and a lot of people got banned for it. They weren't pro players, they were just people that figured out how to do it, and Call of Duty was like, nah, we don't want this. You gotta play the game the right way, and they just banned them. So like, it's just, come on guys, don't cheat, play the game. We're here to have fun.
It's rule of thumb, never cheat if you're competing with somebody else, even if you think it's...
Exactly, like if you're doing it on your own time, offline, is whatever, but
Yeah,
I'm a notoriously lazy gamer. I wish I could get paid for playing video games, but I'm never going to, because every game that I buy, I either play it on the regular difficulty, or sometimes even if I don't really want a challenge and I just want to see the story or whatever, I put it on easy and I'm like, fuck it, I just want to have some fun.
Yeah.
I don't feel like struggling.
I would never do easy.
Like
that's for sure.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Like I'm debating myself because I still haven't finished the Resident Evil 2 remake. And
I haven't either.
I'm playing on normal.
I was halfway there, and then I bought the unlimited stuff, and I got screwed up. I thought, I was like,
I'm like.
Amber's gonna beat it for me.
I'm about to start like, in a couple of days.
But like, I'm playing on the regular difficulty, on the normal difficulty, and I'm struggling so much that I'm debating if I should just put it on easy, because I want to finish the game, but it's like I'm such a trash player that I'm just struggling, so
I'll probably do a video finish.
But anyways, talking about games that came out or are going to come out recently, Sergio, you got Death Stranding.
Oh, Death Stranding, man.
AKA the Uber Eats simulator.
The FedEx delivery simulator.
Talk to us.
Transporter Bridges.
You got about 3 minutes to talk to us about Death Stranding.
I got 3 minutes to talk about Death Stranding. So I recently started playing Death Stranding. It came out the day of this recording on Friday, yesterday. So Death Stranding is interesting. So you guys know I've been working on mailroom almost all my life. This is the same thing. It's the same thing. They call it a distribution center. Let's be honest, that's a mailroom. So you go into the mailroom. You go into your mailroom. You got your packages. They all got a special handling. You don't get signatures though for the delivery, which is kind of iffy. It bothers me a little bit because how do I have people that actually deliver this? So you pick up your packages and you bring it to a place. There's a bunch of challenges. You're a one-man guy walking to places. The rain ruins your packages and all this, and you see other people's packages on the floor. Which really, what the game is so far is good as far as that because the world is a puzzle itself. So you could slip on rocks. You could trip on rocks. If grass gets wet, it becomes slippery. So when you're climbing, I'm sorry.
Very slippery. Very slippery.
It's making me saucy this game. So listen, because I'm working on mountain. So listen. So you're climbing on a mountain or whatever. You could slip. So you gotta. And this is the best part. This is really good. That I've never seen this in a game. You can grab packages with your hands, right? But you gotta hold the bumpers, the triggers. You gotta hold them.
Jesus.
If you let it go, he drops the package. So when you're walking with two things in your hands, you gotta walk with the thing pressed. That is insane, the amount of detail.
This is literally the Uber Eats
It's
simulator.
literally the Uber Eats. But what I really like is the connection that Kojima was talking about. You could drop a ladder that is convenient to you to cross a river, and another player could use that same ladder that you dropped.
Oh,
That's pretty cool.
So that's pretty good. So sometimes I'd be scanning the map and I see all these structures that people left around, and it will help you with the route that you want to take.
Oh, I didn't know that. So it's actually a multiplayer game then.
It's basically a multiplayer game. They even have these things. They leave like private lockers on your way to the thing. That's another player built it. You get likes for everything that you leave, and you get experience for those likes.
Mm-hmm.
So they do private lockers where you could put the things that you grab that you find in the world that are not yours. You could put them in there, and another player could find it and help you deliver it to the other town, which is insane. Because sometimes those packages that you find are not actually going to that town that you're going to. It's going to another town. You could either deliver it yourself, or you could entrust it to that facility. So another player could grab it and deliver them themselves, and you share the experience. So this is why Kojima was saying that this game is different because there's a connection. You gotta help each other. Definitely, I think there's trolls all around. I saw a ladder that made no sense being there. I'm like, but the good thing is that you could pick up that ladder. You pick it up, take it away from there, and put it somewhere else that you want. So people can't actually troll you that much. But it's fun so far. It's not as fun like of killing and shooting things. But I was delivering a package. I genuinely got scared. I slipped in the river. My packages flew. I was crying. I'm like, no, my packages! Oh! Because
That Uber rating is about to go down,
right? Because they give you likes and they give you stars. So the likes are the experience that you get. So you want high likes. One of the special handling was deliver this package under 50% health. So as soon as they drop in the river, they're losing things. So I gotta to see the guy struggling. I gotta balance him because if your thing is too heavy, you're gonna like fall on the side, and you gotta balance with the bumpers, which is a problem because if you're holding two packages, you gotta drop what you have, balance yourself, and then pick up the packages again. So,
God, this is so
it's insane.
See, that's not a game for me. I'm too lazy for that shit.
That game is insane. I can't wait until I lock a motorcycle or something, like the one I had at the cutscene, the starting cutscene. But so far it's good. Like I was saying, I was walking to this place, there was a pole, like a radar. I thought it was a friendly radar, so I go in there. Things start beeping everywhere. There was enemies across the river looking for packages. So they saw me. They started chasing me. I'm running jumping over rocks and they throwing freaking lances at me with electricity trying to stun me. I'm jumping over the thing and then they stop because it was raining. So you gotta be careful because they can destroy you, take your packages, whatever. But it was definitely it's being a FedEx delivery in the Bronx. It's basically this game.
Oh, sorry, I gotta stop joking around.
You're just doing that? Let's go get Death Stranding.
Yeah, it's been.
If you guys want to experience that craziness that Hideo Kojima makes, go ahead and grab Death Stranding. If not, and you just want to see the adventures, follow the link in the description and catch this guy streaming it on Twitch. It should be a lot of fun. I mean, I was laughing my ass off because there's this Easter egg where he's sitting on a chair or something.
Oh, yeah.
And you can zoom the camera on him, and if you zoom in at his junk, he starts covering up. He's like yo, and eventually, if you do that enough times, he's like, he flips you up, and then if you keep doing it, he punches the camera.
That's hilarious.
You can even take shits. You can pee.
That's funny.
Shower.
That's cool.
Hideo Kojima.
I like that.
Hideo Kojima is an artist.
But here's the thing I like about Hideo that you see it in all his games. The small details that other developers don't look at, he has them.
That's what I love. That's what I love. Like, I am not huge on a lot of things in Metal Gear. I love the last Metal Gear, the Metal Gear Phantom Pain. But there's some things on the other ones that I was like, oh, this is too much. Like I said, lazy gamer. But anyways, always the attention to detail. Like, if you hide in a box, you can get through enemies and shit. Like, it's silly, but it's still like,
But
it's
my
interesting.
favorite Metal Gear game is Snake Eater. Naked Snake.
Yeah, Snake Eater.
So
that's
when you walk on a river, and then you start losing health, and you check, cause you can check your body. You freaking got leeches.
Yep.
On your body, you gotta burn them in order to kill them, which is a real life thing. And then the last one, Phantom Pain, if you kill enemies and you got all this blood and you don't clean yourself, the people are your thing are gonna say, Beto, you stink. Yeah, you gotta go shower. So the small details that other developers don't think about, they'll Kojima about.
Yeah, just check out Death Stranding. Even if it's not for yourself, check it out on this guy's Twitch channel. And we're gonna talk about another game, but we'll leave it for next week because we're gonna talk about some other news when it comes to just regular pop culture stuff.
Yes.
Because I find it interesting that people are still making a fuss about the Popeye chicken sandwich. Recently, as of this podcast, a guy got stabbed because of a chicken sandwich. What is going on, people?
Look,
It's just chicken!
And
I don't
bread
understand.
on the
Listen,
bun with
I'm gonna have to. I am going to have to make that line and get a Popeye sandwich.
I'm not doing it.
I have to. I have to see what the big deal is.
I mean,
It's just a fried Popeye chicken on a bun.
We'll bring one for the podcast and we'll review it.
We'll try to be alive by the time we bring that.
We should try to do that.
Hopefully I don't get stabbed, but
Listen,
it's New York, so if you
this
see
is,
that one of
people are
us is-
having car accidents left and right. Freaking Michael Jackson's sister, I forgot her name, Janet Jackson, came loaded with security and NYPD to go to a Popeyes and get her chicken sandwich.
Really?
In the Bronx.
I did not hear about that.
In the Bronx. It's insane! It's
That's
freaking
crazy.
chicken! They're gotta be lacing this with cocaine. It has to be
It
laced
must
with
be.
cocaine, man.
I do not understand. It's
Bro,
just,
I have fried chicken from the corner stores that they're amazing.
just get a bread and put it on top. That's
That's
it.
it. Listen, talking about sandwiches, the Impossible Burger is pretty good. I just want to say that. I had it the other day at work with some
Whopper?
fries. The Impossible Whopper.
Mm.
It tastes
From
like
Burger King?
Burger King. It tastes like actual meat, pause. But
You just made it weird if I say pause. You made it weird.
yeah, it's really good. It's really good. You gotta try it.
But speaking of beef, or I guess
Pause.
that wasn't good. But anyways, we spoke about Eminem last week.
Eminem, Slim Shady, baby.
Check out our previous podcast if you want to see what we spoke about Eminem. But we got a different topic that Sergio's going to talk to us about.
Yeah, let me see what you guys think. So there's been going leaks left and right about Eminem. Left and right, leaks here, leaks there, leaks. So recently there was a leak, and people are really furious at Eminem because he sided with Chris Brown in 2009 when he beat the living heck out of poor Rihanna. Rihanna, my number below. So he beat the crap out of Rihanna. So let me. This is the bar because it wasn't even a verse. This is a bar that people are going crazy about. Of course, I side with Chris Brown. I beat down to.
What?
That's what he said. Of course, I side with Chris Brown.
He beats up to Rihanna.
I'll beat a bitch down.
Oh, okay.
You can say bitch, it's fine.
I-
we aren't monetized. YouTube
Yeah.
is not gonna go anal for us yet.
So people are going crazy because he had that little bar, and of course you know Rihanna got beat pretty good.
But they're
Pretty
friends, aren't they friends?
They are friends now, but she didn't know about this.
Yeah, that's a leak. It just came
That was
out.
in 2009.
Oh, jeez.
Eminem
That's
didn't
a
want nothing to
10-year-old
do with
leak.
no pop star. He want nothing to do with no pop star.
Yo, I hate that shit, bro. I mean, okay, it's kind of funny though, but
You gotta remember, this is Eminem. He dissed the crap out of Kim Kardashian, and she was flattered that he used her name in a because he said he's one of the greatest. He's the guy.
if you expect Eminem to put you in a song and talk good about you, you're mistaken.
But you think that's gonna affect the relationship he got with Rihanna now that this song leaked?
Nah.
Nah, I don't know. To be honest, I would say nah because that shit like what 10 years ago, and he probably didn't even mean it. Just talking shit in a song.
They probably talked about it already.
It was a leak. Well, yeah,
It's
probably.
like, hey,
Other
just so you
friends.
know,
But the thing is,
in 2009, I kind of did it like.
I don't know anymore because people are so sensitive nowadays. Like they're gonna find about everything. So
Yeah, but
I don't know.
I don't think there's anything behind that. I mean, people gotta stop doing that. Like, people gotta stop bringing
They're
up
bringing
stuff
shit out from like
from 10
a
years
decade
ago.
ago.
From 10 years ago. Like, bro, who has the time to look this stuff up? Like, I
This
think,
is really not even the worst thing Eminem has ever said.
like, come on,
See
man.
if I
You're
can
talking
find
about a guy that wanted to once kill his mother or something.
Beating up a
in
woman is
song.
not a big deal for
Like-
Eminem. Okay.
Like, come on, man. Like, just stop bringing up stuff from ages ago. Like, just stop. But let's stay with the rappers. I know Sergio still wants to talk about this, but this is pretty funny. I had to leave this for last because, guys, I just have to read this verbatim because it's just hilarious. So you guys know T.I., right? Speaking of Eminem, they had a song together. And
It's funny, his real name, his rapper name is Titanium. You know, T.I. and the periodic table is Titanium.
I never knew that. The more you know.
The more you know.
Anyways, rapper T.I., right? I'm gonna read this just for reference. I'm reading this from the Cosmopolitan magazine. Never thought I'd read anything from Cosmopolitan magazine, but here's the headline. T.I. goes to the gynecologist with his 18-year-old daughter
Oh, I read about that.
to make sure, quote, her hymen is still intact, end quote.
Every year. Yo, that's a yearly thing. He goes every year to see if she's still a virgin.
How this guy just said that? Like, how did he just say, he's
Every
going to
year.
the doctor every year.
Since when? Since he was like 15?
I guess ever since she had her first
period,
period, I
I
guess. I don't know. But every year he's been going to the doctor with her, and she's 18 now, to make sure that her hymen is still intact. Just for some reference, the hymen is like this little.
That's when you see guys in the street like, yeah, man.
Yeah. The hymen is this little piece of tissue that women have in their vaginas that
Dr. Joe.
supposedly it breaks when they first have sex, but it can also break during gymnastics and horse
Yeah,
riding
so-
and bike riding and a bunch of other athletic
That is not very-
activities. So it's not a reliable
It's
way
not
to
reliable
figure out
source.
that your daughter's a virgin. But I'm gonna read something from the man T.I. himself. Here's the whole quote of how everything went down. He says, quote, "So we'll go and sit down and the doctor will come and talk. and the doctor's maintaining a high level of professionalism. He's like, sir, I have to, in order to share. Oh my God, I can't read. I just figured out I can't read.
I noticed that.
The doctor's maintaining a high level of professionalism. He's like, sir, I have to, in order to share information. I'm like, DJ, I don't know how to pronounce her name, but it's the girl's name. They want you to sign this so we can share information. Is there anything you wouldn't want me to know? And she nods, and he says, see, Doc, no problem. This is T.I. talking to the doctor. And the reason why I can't read is because it's in his own words and he's kind of talking weird, so I'm my defense. I have a college degree, guys.
He's from Atlanta.
And he's like, and so then they come and say, well, I just want you to know that there's other ways besides sex, that the hymen can be broken, like bike riding, athletics, or horseback, all the things that I said. And T.I. is like, so I say, look, Doc, she don't ride no horses. She don't ride no bike. She don't play no sports. Just check the hymen, please, and give me back the results expeditiously. I can't say that word either.
Eventually.
Expeditiously?
Eventually.
I don't know that word. I'm sorry.
Quick.
I'm a
Fast.
dirty
Promptly.
S word. But are you
These
serious?
though, like, the fuck? And just for the sake of argument, if she's not a virgin, what the fuck is he gonna do?
You're gonna find him and kill him. Like,
Listen,
they
I-
taken.
I 100%, like, he's saying that the reason why he's doing this is so that she's focusing on her studies. It's a good reason. It's a good, legitimate reason. Like, you're doing it, quote unquote,
Teenagers
to make
are horny.
sure. No, I know. Hold on. He's doing it so that his daughter focuses on her studies and all that, not on, being a horny bitch or whatever.
Damn.
But listen, T.I.
You can tell he's an Eminem fan.
T.I., come on. Who do you think you're dealing with? It's your daughter. Like, you've been to jail.
I mean,
You've been
this-
around with people that
This is the thing that they
lie.
say, right? This is what they say. When you have a boy, you just gotta worry about your boy. You gotta worry about your little boy, about your son, your little man. That's what you gotta worry about. When you got a girl, you gotta worry about everybody else's little boys.
Look, obviously, it's not gonna be the same for every single case, but from what I know, when you're a parent like that to a teenage girl, she's not a virgin, bro. She's gonna rebel. Like, if the dad's controlling you, she's gonna be like, I'm gonna do what I want. You're not the boss of me.
It's like
Blah,
you
blah,
said,
blah.
it depends on the bond that they have together, you know? He's
Yeah.
been doing this for years. She thinks this is like a
Like,
holiday.
normal. It might be normal. I don't know. I don't know her. I haven't met her. I barely saw a picture of her. She's pretty good looking. She's pretty good looking. There should be a picture of someone here if our boy Hamlet does a good job editing.
Why did I keep saying that? Damn.
I'm making his life more difficult right now.
Not even that. I just saying. Me if he does a good job.
But anyways,
Like,
like,
we know you're gonna do a good job.
she's a very
Doctors, give me the
she's a-
thing is potential.
She's a very good-looking young woman. She's obviously smart because she's focusing on her studies like her daddy's saying that she should. But if she is as smart as I think she is,
She's getting that pipe.
there is a simple way to get around this, and is you can just tell the doctor, listen, just wink. Just like, the doctor, you could just tell her, listen, I don't really want to tell her.
I saw this going south.
Jesus Christ, Sergio, come on.
Or,
But anyways,
I'm like, where is he trying to go with this?
or I'm guessing T.I. would not like this anyway, but just say you have a dildo and you're using a dildo.
that would have broken the hymen a while ago too.
Exactly.
But
They use Bible.
you just gotta talk to the doctor and tell
I
the
would not
doctor
break it
to,
up.
like, just tell the doctor to lie to T.I. I mean, the doctor is in no obligation of sharing something that you don't want to be shared.
Yeah, she said teen.
So-
She said teen. She's
Exactly,
teen.
especially if you're a grown up. So just by telling the doctor, listen, I really don't want my father to know this. It will break his world if he did know this, and I'm just trying to keep my relationship with my father intact. So can you please just tell him this? That's just what he wants to hear. And just simply that, the doctor will understand. He's under oath of keeping
Is it a
privacy.
he or she?
Who, the doctor? I don't know. I don't think they specified in the article,
Yeah,
and
that
I'm not
would
gonna
be
go
weird.
back
You're
and
taking
stumble.
You're taking your daughter every year to get looked at.
It's probably
I'm not gonna go back and stumble on my reading again because it's pretty embarrassing right now. I'm pretty embarrassed. I'm gonna go back home and practice some reading out loud
You
because
should probably read it.
I'm blaming him. I'm
fucking
blaming.
Floyd Mayweather right here.
Yeah. It's CTE, guys. I've hit my head a lot. But like, let us know what you guys think about that. Like, should you just be checking on your children like that?
No.
That closely?
The trust should be mutual.
I
You
feel like
shouldn't be
I'm-
having to go out of your way.
Exactly.
I feel like I'd be the other way. Like, I don't have any kids. I can't say for sure. I might be the
Well, I'm saying this, and I don't mean this. If I ever get a lady pregnant and there's a girl, we're moving to China.
Okay.
Fuck that, you gotta know.
We
You
don't-
can't have
we
this
don't
baby.
have- we
You're
don't-
gonna have a boy. You can't have this baby.
We don't have enough time to explain that.
I just did.
I was just gonna say that I'm not a parent. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna be this, but I think I'm gonna be the most like open parent with my children. Like, I'll just tell them, listen, if you want to have sex, just don't make too much noise. Here's a condom. Don't get her pregnant.
They're gonna do it eventually, bro. Just use
Yeah,
protection.
just here, just have this, just use that until you can actually pay for, taking care of a baby, because babies are expensive, and that's the reason I don't have one right now, because I'm broke as fuck.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah, probably for her it was different, but for the most part, teenage girls, they're very rebellious if they don't get their way. If you're a controlling parent, they're gonna do whatever they want.
like
It's
just
gonna be worse for you, actually.
let us know what you guys think in the comments, not only about that, but about everything else we spoke about. T.I., come on, you're a millionaire. What are you so worried
Not
about?
titanium.
Like, come on.
Stop talking shit about Eminem, please. Thank you.
Okay, yes. You do that.
Let us know in the comments what you thought about the podcast. If you want to comment on anything that we spoke about, if you want to suggest anything that we should talk about in the next one, subscribe, hit the like button. It will help us a lot. And follow this guy on Twitch. Follow me on Twitch. Follow me on Instagram. Follow this guy on Instagram. All the links are gonna be in the description. Hopefully, I don't know. And we'll see you on the
They
next
always
one.
are! The fuck?
Stay
Bye.
shiny, my friends.